Next up is a topic that I would venture to say I get 3 to 4, maybe even 5 phone calls a month on. So I'm very appreciative for this next topic. Patrick Thompson is here, and he'll be presenting on the establishing the uniform requirements for issuing licenses to participants, requirements for issuing licenses to participants within our industry. All of you know and have had struggles with getting licensed as an owner or a trainer and going from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. And I know after Patrick is done talking, there should be plenty of time for questions because, like I said, I get plenty of them. Patrick's the Executive Director of the National Racing Compact, which is based in Lexington, and he oversees that service, which enables racing participants to obtain licensure in multiple states and being a member of the National Racing Compact. So please welcome Patrick Thompson.
Thank you all for having me here. My name is Patrick Thompson. I'm the Executive Director of the National Racing Compact. A little bit about me. I was born a couple hours east of Lexington. So that makes this accent that you hear. You may think Cambridge, Oxford, something like that, but it's Appalachian. Went to the University of Kentucky and I started working at the National Racing Compact 13 years ago. I've been the Executive Director for 5 years now. So the National Racing Compact was an idea that first came up at an RCI conference in the 60s. It took a 31-year journey to becoming a reality in 2000. The main barrier was legal barriers prohibited sharing of criminal history between jurisdictions. The first 5 states to join were Delaware, Florida, the great state of Louisiana, Virginia, and West Virginia. Present day, the National Racing Compact is the only national racing license allowing owners, trainers, jockeys, and drivers on the standardbred side that fit the NRC criteria the ability to be licensed in 26 jurisdictions with a single application and 1 set of fingerprints. You read that correctly. The licensing staff at the Compact licenses over 2,600 owners, trainers, jockeys, and drivers. These are the states that we can get you licensed in. The difference between a member jurisdiction and participating jurisdiction is not going to be a whole lot to the end user, to the licensee. Member jurisdictions, they have a delegate on our board that oversees the compact. Members accept the license based on the fact that you become a member of the National Racing Compact. Participating jurisdictions, we can get you licensed in all those as well. The main difference there, a couple of them won't allow us to do trainers licenses. That would be Indiana and Pennsylvania at this time. To be granted a national racing license, you either need to be an owner, trainer, standardbred driver, or a jockey. You need to meet the NRC licensing criteria, which is available on our website, www.racinglicense.com. Trainers and jockeys need to have 100 lifetime starts to be eligible. So the states, they want you to become established and to be a trainer for a while before you go through our program. And this is how it works. You would just submit a National Racing Compact application, an FBI fingerprint card. You can get those sometimes at a local police station, or you call us. We'll be happy to send you one. Our fee is $225 for 3 years of our service. You can call as many times as you want to add jurisdictions for that $225. Call 2 or 3 times a week if you want. We'll be happy to help you out with anything. Once approved for a license, in order to add a jurisdiction, you just need to call, email, fax, or just let us know that you need to add a state. We'll take care of it from there. The bottom line there is the thing that I find the most brings the most joy to our licensees is this: once you submit a fingerprint to us, they're good for the rest of your life. So, once you become a member, the only step required to get a license is to, like I said before, make your request known to us, and you need to pay the applicable state license fee to us, and we'll pay it to the state on your behalf. So, for example, an owner's license ranges from $10 to $150. In some cases, another benefit to being a member, in some cases, the states will even touch base with us if they know you go through our program. You know, in the instance that maybe you forgot or something like that, then they'll touch base with us and ask us to take care of your license, which of course will keep you out of trouble at the racetrack there gladly. We can also handle stable licenses and partnerships with our snow application, and we don't charge anything extra to handle that for you. It's just whatever the state charges. You know, keep in mind your partners will need to be licensed. General rule of thumb on that is anybody that owns 5% or more will need to have a license. So, who should utilize the National Racing Compact? The compact was designed for people who race in multiple jurisdictions. You know, I find that if you race in 2 or 3 jurisdictions, you have to renew them every year. The value is definitely there for the 225. A lot of trainers will send their owners through the National Racing Compact, you know, especially if they're moving around a lot of stakes races, stuff like that. You know, they can call us and get all those owners licensed without having to bug them. So other benefits are at the end of each year, the compact will send you a renewal letter showing all your licenses and all your expiration dates. And once every 3 years, we require a 2-page renewal application. But if that's not due, especially, once again, you just respond to the letter and you can tell us to renew them all if you want to, and that's all you got to do rather than having to apply to every state individually. We can process licenses on the same day in some situations. I mean, we don't prefer to be in that situation, but we can handle it in a lot of states, or we'll work out something with the state, let them know that we're sending it to them the next day. And we can process licenses by the next day in almost all situations. Now, these are, once you become a member, once we've got your fingerprints in your application and all that, we can move really quickly on all that. So, current state of the compact is our office is in Lexington, Kentucky. We've got 4 employees. We handle 2,600 licensees. We have fingerprinting available in our office. We have a live scan fingerprint machine. So come in there, we can get you in and out in 10 or 15 minutes in most cases. And like I said, we'll take it from there. So, and our website, www.racinglicense.com, a lot of information is there. Our staff's very friendly, so don't hesitate to call about, even if you just have a general licensing question, you don't want to use the compact, that's fine. We can probably help you out there too, because we exist for the benefit of the horsemen. So that's all I've got. Questions on that? Well, if they've been submitted through a state, there's certain situations, we certainly exhaust all of our resources to get those, but we probably would need a new set. Most of the time, the states, we've got the ability to store them, but most of the time the states do not. So we would need another set, and like I said, they'd be good for the rest of your life. No, you can mail them in. We can mail you a fingerprint card. You can take it somewhere, get those fingerprints, and send them to us, and be glad to have you. Yes, sir? Live scan fingerprint machine is just electronic. Instead of doing it with the ink, we do it electronically. That's right. Yeah. 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 Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. We have, especially we're about 3 miles from Fasig-Tipton, so we have a lot of people come in, during the sales and stuff, and a lot of people who have been in will bring their friends in, once they come into town. I think everybody that goes through us, I get the benefit of talking to horsemen, hours and hours each week. I'm on the phone with somebody needing a license, and it's really gratifying to find out that we're able to make it that much easier on them. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
I noticed, the list of states that you put up, but
Uh-huh.
you still hear that in particular New York, everybody says it's always such a problem. So you're telling this group, once we go through you, you can be in New York, and Kentucky, and
You can be in all those places, yep.
I don't think people have quite got that concept yet, even though it's been around since 2000.
I find that sometimes folks find it hard to believe, I don't know if they've probably had a hard time at the racetrack or something like that, but these member jurisdictions, they are on my board, so they oversee this. This is their idea, basically their gift to the industry. But New York, we take care of. They've got an extra fingerprint requirement if you go directly, but we can take care of all that with our one set of fingerprints that we have. So, I'm sorry.
As a picture piece of it work?
Well, we print you a National Racing Compact badge, and some of the states will mail you a badge out. Some of them will not mail you a badge out, but your National Racing Compact badge will get you in most places. But the fact that you'll already be licensed, if you go to the racetrack, you can always stop by and pick it up. They'd be happy to print it for you. But like I said, some of the states will mail them to you. I wish they all would, but. Yes, sir, in the back?
Yeah, we recently had an experience, we had a partner of mine from the sale,
Uh-huh.
part of the contact, I am not. So her license to go on was done very easily through the contact, but only to find out that we did not have a partnership, and the partnership could be handled.
Yeah, actually, we can handle the partnership through the compact. We just need, our partnership form's universal. We can handle it. A lot of times, I find that people don't know to ask for a partnership because not every state does it, But in a state like Arkansas and in Louisiana, you need a partnership. Even if you're not a legal partnership, two people own a horse, you got to have a partnership license. And a lot of the times, if I take the call, I try to, and my staff, they know that too, that if you're going to those, few states that will require one in any circumstances, we'll head it off before it happens. Especially when things are real busy, like when Oklahoma first opens up and that sort of thing. Yep. Yeah, we're.
Just to give a shameless plug, members benefit page, again, for National HBPA, and I'm sure, Tom, we can get something done on the CHA page. So we try to drive people as a member benefit. Nothing comes to the National HBPA, but you're exactly correct. And all the phone calls I get, I give you Pat's phone number, and I really do believe that a lot of people don't understand how many states are on that list. Because from Twitter to phone calls, you hear people bitching about the number of fingerprints that they got to. So I truly believe, and Corey Johnson is the person who encouraged me to have Pat here, because that service is underutilized in my opinion.
Yeah, he's been really great at pushing us into some places. Really broad advertising. We're working on doing more and more advertising, but we're not a for-profit organization. So, we've got a budget we've got to stick to, and we got a small staff that we got to take care of a lot of people, but we're definitely going to work on getting the word out there more. Yes.
Do you have, I don't see your phone number or your email address?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have put it on there. The phone number, if you want it, 859-224-0584. And of course, you'll be able to find that on racinglicense.com as well, all that information. Thank you, sir. Let's see, Ray? Well, we have criteria that the states, our criteria is stricter than any one state, right? We've been lucky that we've not had a whole lot of problem with that, but we can either, we don't deny any licenses. We either process them or we don't. So, once you apply, you don't stand to lose anything. you can honestly say on your next racing application, if you have to go to the states instead of going through the compact for whatever reason, that you've not been denied a license. Yeah. Yes, sir.
If I'm licensed in Louisiana,
Uh-huh.
are you telling me if I do it through this, that I'm automatically licensed in New York?
Well, you would have to pay the fee for New York, but you would be approved in New York.
How do you handle the payment of the state fee?
A lot of folks keep a credit card on. Yeah, the payment of the state fee, you would pay it to us, though. You don't have to deal with the jurisdictions at all. You pay it to us, and we take care of it from there. You know, we charge you, the $225 for 3 years is our fee, and of course, we try to keep that, you know, that's not very much, we don't think, for the service that we provide. But beyond that, you pay what we pay, that's it.
Basically, if I'm licensed in Louisiana and I want to race in New York, I can get licensed in New York through you.
Yes, yes, sir. Yeah, and we can take care of your Louisiana license when it comes up for renewal, too. Yeah. Tom Sage, yeah?
Mentioned on the application form that there are states that you can run in.
Oh, yeah, there's, you can add states at any time. There's a fee schedule in there where you would just mark the states that you want, but if you want to add one, you know, you don't even really have to fill out papers. A lot of folks keep credit cards on file with us, and they'll call and tell us to add a state, and then we'll send them out a receipt on it. You know, we'll just take it from there.
That might help this gentleman's question a little bit further. The compact goes ahead and takes care of getting licensed, but you have to pay the.
Yeah, you have to pay the fee. And again, you pay that fee to us, and then we'll forward it to the state on your behalf. Yes, ma'am?
It seems like maybe the commissions need to be educated a little more too, because I know Washington's been like that for a long time.
Mhm.
And at one of the last commission meetings, they were saying that they were disappointed in the compact because they're still requiring our owners and all our licensees to get fingerprints every 3 years, no matter.
Um,
that it doesn't work.
They shouldn't be, but I'll take that. I have a meeting with a delegate from Washington in a couple of weeks. I'll speak to him about that then, but they shouldn't. As far as I know, everybody that I've licensed in Washington, they haven't required any extra fingerprints because we've already done a more strict background check than what they would have done. Yeah, but I'll try to make sure that's cleared up very soon.
I'll make sure you tell the owners and fingerprints.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Some of those small pamphlets that you could hand to all those members of the commission and say for your digital knowledge, you could be part of it and save yourself a lot of headache.
Yeah, that's actually something I've been working on. I made out some little rack cards, and yeah, we'll try to get ourselves out there, and we appreciate all y'all's support for sure. Yes, sir.
One of the complaints that we've heard is, in the Mid-Atlantic anyway,
Uh-huh.
it's not so much about the compact process. I think people still don't understand why if they have one of these, and they need to pay to get a Maryland license, they need a Delaware license, they need a New Jersey license.
Yeah.
To go to parks, they need Pennsylvania. I think that's where a lot of the questions are coming from about, well, like, what is the purpose of this?
Yeah.
You have to pay every state if it's a national license.
Likewise, I understand that. Yeah, but the real, I mean, the beauty of it is, you fill out that application, you don't have to worry about any of this sort of stuff. You know, the racing is governed by state racing commission, so it's always going to stand, as far as I know, that you'll have to have a license in each. But it sounds like a lot, but I think if you give it a shot, you'll find it's very easy. We've got a lot of experience getting you licensed, and you know, we've made friends with the commissions and all that, of course. And, yeah. Any other questions? Thank you all very much for having me.
I told you. Well, thank you, Pat. I appreciate that. Steve May with the with the Kentucky Racing Commission introduced Pat and I, seeing a need, and honestly, I do feel, you know, short of what Tom was just saying, some people have equated it to, they pay this one service and they get a license in every state. Now, obviously, it doesn't act like that, but utilizing the services of Pat and his staff, it certainly negates a lot of headaches for a lot of owners and a lot of trainers through multiple states. So give Pat a call, his staff will help you out, and you can get to his page from our members benefit page at nationalhbpa.com.